Hey there, good to see you again. First off, I just want to say you're here, and that's a great step forward. Talking about anger and how to manage it isn't always easy, but every small step you take truly matters. Today, I want to share a tool with you that you can start using right now, and believe me, it's life-changing in its simplicity. It's called the 5-second pause technique. It sounds easy, doesn't it? And it is, but don't underestimate how powerful it can be. You may not know me. I'm Dave Nugent, a psychotherapist with over 20 years of experience in men's behaviour change programs. I'm the founder of the Behaviour group, standing for men's education towards anger and life, and the creator of the 7-Step Anger Management Masterclass Program. This channel is dedicated to sharing insights and tools to help men transform their behaviour and build healthier relationships. Join me as we explore effective ways to manage anger and enhance our lives. You know, anger shows up so fast sometimes. Am I right? Like 1 second you're fine, and the next it feels like a fire has been lit inside of you. Someone makes a sarcastic comment, or you get cut off in the traffic, or your colleague blames you for their mistakes. It's so easy to snap back or react right away. The trouble is, those instant reactions often escalate things and leave us regretting what we said or did. And that's where the 5-second pause comes in. It creates just enough space for you to choose your response instead of reacting. And that small pause can make a huge difference. Imagine this. You come home from work, you're exhausted, and the kitchen's a mess. Dirty dishes piled up, crumbs on the counter, and then you see your teenage walk in, grab a snack, and leave the mess even worse. Your first impulse, maybe, is to yell something like, "Are you serious right now? Clean up after yourself for once." But when you do that, it often leads to more anger, possibly slamming a door, and generally there's no real resolution. Now, if you use the 5-second pause instead, here's how it could go differently. You stop, you take a deep breath and count to 5. And during that time, you ask yourself, how do I actually want to handle this? Maybe you decide to calmly say, "Hey, I've had a long day and I really need your help in keeping the house clean. Can we talk about this?" That small pause helps you shift from a reaction fueled by emotion to a response focused on the outcome you want: better communication and respect. And because you stay calm, your teenager is more likely to actually listen instead of shutting down. For example, imagine a coworker who blames you for something you didn't do. Your first impulse maybe is to snap back with, "That's not my fault. You messed it up." But if you pause just for 5 seconds, you could process the initial rush of emotions and think, okay, what's the best way to address this without making the situation worse? That one small pause turns into a choice. And that choice could be the difference between staying calm or making an already tense situation explode. Now, don't get me wrong. This takes practice. You might not get it perfect the first or even the 10th time, and that's okay. But I want to share a quick story that I think will help. I once worked with someone, let's call Sarah, who used to argue with her partner a lot. She told me she would get so frustrated when her partner didn't do their share of the housework. Can anyone out there relate to this? One day, as soon as they forgot to take out the trash, she felt that familiar heat rise in her chest and started to yell. But then she remembered to try the 5-second pause. She stopped, she took a deep breath and counted. And by the time she hit 5, she realized what she really wanted to say wasn't just, "Why can't you take the trash out?" It was, "I feel like I'm doing everything on my own and it's overwhelming me." That pause helped Sarah avoid jumping to blame and instead focus on communicating how she really felt. And guess what? That changed everything. Instead of fighting, they ended up having a real conversation about how to split responsibilities. That's the power of pausing. It gives you a moment to connect with what you're really feeling and respond in a way that aligns with your goals. So how do you make this a habit? Well, here's a couple of tips. Step 1, start small. Try this pause technique in low stakes situations, like when a family member forgets to turn off the lights in a room or your partner takes too long to get ready. These moments might stir irritation, but they're excellent opportunities to pause and practice. Step 2, use reminders. Write the word pause on a sticky note and place it somewhere visible like your coffee machine or your steering wheel. Step 3, be kind to yourself. Remember, this isn't about getting it perfect. It's about building awareness. Even if you notice your reaction afterward, that is still progress. Every small effort moves you closer to meaningful change. So your homework for this week, the next time you feel anger rising, I want you to try it. Just 5 seconds. Pause, breathe, and count, and see how it feels. Reflect on what happens, and I think you'll be surprised at how much calmer and more in control you feel, even in those intense moments. You've got this. Remember, every small pause is a step towards creating the life and relationships you want. Now, before I go, if you haven't done so, try my Relationship Rebuild Challenge. Check it out and see how you score. There's a link down below for that. And give us a thumbs up if you found this helpful. If there are specific topics you'd like me to cover about managing anger, changing behaviors, or the impact on loved ones, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll explore even more tools to help you take charge of your emotions. I'm Dave Nugent, and for now, take care and bye for now.